believe it was in 1973 when I was clinical director of a United Cerebral Palsy organization that I created, as far as I know, the first sensory room. I had a group of severely brain injured young children who really could not provide themselves with any good, appropriate stimulation. And I realized that if I was going to have these kids for the day within a clinical situation, school situation, I needed to try to find a way that they could get some level of stimulation without one-on-one intervention. So I created this room, and essentially the room was mats with ramps. I had, at that time, what was 70s disco kind of stuff. I had color wheels. I had a room loop, which with cordless headphones for the kids. So we were able to put audio input and the kids could receive it. On one wall, I would have these images put up, photographs, and the child would hear the names of what those images were. We had movement of things through video equipment, movement on the floor. So essentially, it was a very visually, auditorily stimulating environment, which also contributed to movement. For severely brain injured children, it was a good environment. It was a very helpful environment. However, that type of environment for a child on the spectrum is generally really inappropriate. It is feeding all of their sensory issues. If you will, most of the sensory issues are hyper issues. Kids tend to be hyper to certain frequencies of sound. They tend to be hyper to peripheral visual input, which is peripheral movement and edges. They tend to be hyper relative to some tactile issues, olfactory issues. And if you will, that kind of environment is totally sensory overload. And in my opinion, contraindicated with kids on the spectrum.